Most golfers chase a weight shift, but it's your pressure that creates power. I'll show you the difference and why it changes everything. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a free lesson, and check out the description for free training to lower your scores. So weight shift, pressure shift, what does it all mean? I'm going to show you using this, a downshift board. It's basically a mini seesaw. So when we are set up to hit a golf ball and we move sideways, this can be referred to as a weight shift. So when the center of our weight moves laterally, it is shifting from side to side. This is a weight shift. You'll see my sternum here moving sideways. Now, a pressure shift is very different. When we shift our pressure, it doesn't matter where the center of our weight is. So my sternum here can stay in exactly the same place, but I can shift pressure, as you can see here, by changing the amount of force placed into each foot. So why does it matter? When we shift our weight, this doesn't necessarily generate any more speed, and it actually makes it harder to strike the ball consistently. When you're shifting your weight, so your center of your body is moving side to side quite excessively, the point at which you contact the ground is also going to move side to side excessively, making it really hard to get consistent strike. Additionally, you don't actually create any more force necessarily. With a pressure shift, however, this is very different. When we're shifting our pressure, we aren't moving sideways necessarily with our body. Our body can stay very central in the same place, and we can put and apply pressure into the ground without moving sideways. So during a swing, I can be very central, but we can apply a lot of force into the ground. Now, this means the strike's going to be very consistent because I'm not moving sideways. So I will be able to determine the point at which I strike the ball in the ground very effectively and very consistently. Additionally, when I fully utilize a pressure shift, I'm able to apply a lot of force into the ground vertically. Now, when I do that, the ground actually applies that same force that I've put into it right back at me. And this amplifies the amount of power that I can generate in my golf swing. If we look at the longest drivers in the world, the likes of Kyle Berkshire, a world long drive champion, they apply over 2.5 times their body weight in force right into the ground. The ground then pushes it right back, enabling them to create unbelievable amounts of clubhead speed. So instead of just moving sideways, I'm going to push into the ground while I strike it here. The timing of when we shift pressure is just as important as how much we shift. If we swing here and I don't shift my pressure until just before impact, it's too late. It's too late. I'm not going to get any of that power I've put into the ground back into the club head, and correspondingly, the ball's not going to go any farther. So we need to do it at the right time. Now, I want you to imagine that as you're moving this club back, we're going to start shifting pressure into our lead leg. So whilst the hands and arms are still swinging on the backswing here, I'm actually applying force into that front foot. This gives me plenty of time here to then push into the ground, push out of the ground, and maximize the amount of clubhead speed that I can create here without moving laterally excessively off the ball, so that strikes can be really consistent. I'm going to stay very centered here. My weight isn't moving sideways. I'm going to swing the club up, and as I'm swinging it up with my arms, I'm going to push into that lead foot. So the club comes up, and I push into the lead foot, swinging up with the arms down into the front leg. You probably don't have one of these wooden seesaws hanging about, but I reckon you do have an alignment stick, and we're going to use this next in a drill to give us a great sensation for where our pressure is shifting. I want you to place the alignment stick in the ground, and we're going to stand over it right in the center of our foot. So the arch of your foot is going to be directly over the middle of the stick here. Now, this basically just makes our feet much more sensitive to where we're placing pressure in them. So you can really feel your feet on top of this stick now. Now, I want you to make some swings here, and as we're swinging, we're just going to imagine ourselves placing more pressure into that lead foot as the hands are still going back here. So I swing up, I place pressure into the lead foot, and I swing through. Get really comfortable with this feeling. If you're still struggling to feel when you want to apply pressure into that lead foot, what I'd like you to do now is start to lift your lead heel. So instead of using our alignment stick, we're going to make it even more obvious here. So I'm going to make a backswing, and as I do so, I'm going to let my lead heel lift up off the ground. So my lead heel lifts up off the ground, and then as I get those hands just working past my shoulders, I'm going to plant that lead foot again as I press into the ground. Then I swing down. So the hands go back, the heel goes down, and I swing down through it. So I'm back, heel down, swing through. I'm back, heel down, swing through. I'm going to try and do this at full power whilst hitting a golf shot, and let's see how much force we can create here. So quite a lot there. I feel like I've absolutely ripped that. To maximize speed whilst maintaining a wonderful strike, we need to learn how to shift our pressure rather than our weight. In order to do this, we need to stay very central with the center of our sternum here as we actually push into and out of the ground to an excessive degree. The longest hitters in the world push an excess of 2.5 times their body weight into the ground during their golf swing. The timing of this is critical. Use our drills with the alignment stick and the lifting of our heel to get a wonderful sensation of how you can do this. And for feedback, make sure you film yourself so you've got that visual cue to see how you're doing. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe so you never miss a free lesson, and check out the description for free training and coaching to play even better. If you want to continue to learn about pressure shifts and how you can utilize ground reaction forces to maximize driver distance, then check out this video and have an incredible day.